Yeah, Baba. Yeah, Baba. It's Nii Teiko.
Hello, Temo Femo, your timing, Pemo Femo, can bang many Femo, or you wala don wa ake ofebe, Nimene wa Bana Sanibag, Mene, Nii Yankose, Esa eke another response, Eba, watch a Nii Yeke, watch Jonathan, Taki, Komi, Niji spokesperson, Nii Adama Latse, Niji Enyo, Nitamaboni Nkebwe. As far as he is concerned, the only legitimate Gamparman Stu Jaseche is Dr. Nii Teiko, and by that, the only legitimate king of Ga is Nii Teiko Tsuru. Historically, legally, many me call Nii Adama Latse Gamanche. They don't have the evidence and the facts to support Nakaimemo. Shile enye evidence enye facts make ba support no ne yuake. The only legitimate judge Dr. Nii Teiko. And like I said, and by that, ona bonincho Nii Teiko Tsuru ni jenyo peji gamanche. Nitomobeni kebwe audio sejeke documents ni eke send me ninka ba chombu onwe no fa no insumoni mafito be shi before ni ma ya no. This guy ninkele in my screen there no. Ake achole Richard Nii Ashali. Richard Nii Ashali, NDC parliamentary candidate for Domia Bra Obom. Numo minkpabo fai oblayu eno onyele nyomo minkpabo fai okwa video ne so nlebe ne ba shodi she be fembe ne ba shodi by Friday e bomode anima nu akashi owole nyomo onu mishishi. Nobody bullies my sibling. Nobody. You are not going to bully my younger sister. That is my younger sister. Make sure I come pele shka echuni yabo. Make sure I come pele. I don't want to get into the details now because of opposition. Oh, hold on. I'm giving you that respect. Make him sure oba pele. You understand what I'm saying? You are a young politician. Future agbo. You understand what I'm saying? So please do the right thing. Because if you don't, I'll come back here. I'll tell the people what you have done. Ni mani me anake ene shikabi bione or bule inyemi yobi bione with that shikabi bioe. And that will not be the end. Next 4 years, yeah. So I don't want no. I want to miss money. My using gun platform. Then can push you. Like a gun form of bijibo. I'm not threatening you, but if you try to bully my sister, you try to take advantage of my younger sister, I'll speak up for her. And the way Nicole must speak up for her, you may not like it. It will not be nice for you. Politician jibo, but like your election for 1 vote. Yeah, usumoni mo ko ba yu no ko ni oba lose election for with 1 vote. Microphone it is really powerful. Don't let us go there. Miss money beniso wa ba ke show inyemi you atwamine ke mi akọ pele. Inyemi you direct something gabo you oye. Afan. Inyemi you ni ya borrow ye eko. You will not bully my younger sister. Pay her money. Radon. Call le lo fine. Send him a video ekale. Akachole Richard Nii Ashali. NDC parliamentary candidate. Domia Bra Obom. Ye kala ke pianyemi USK. Nsmona kai. Young gandangbe oblanu ntumomi no. Masumoni ma pushile. Nsmo ni no ne fe ne ebaje the wrong side. I don't want that. Now, that being said, nya wobote ami. Tumobeni nkebwe. Nii Yankose ke historically legally le everything in favor le position and they take I can Nii Teiko Tsuru money the legitimate government check. Because once again, historically and legally Dr. Nii Teiko the legitimate government. And by that extension manchene to legimony esani efe manche. No lebine sending me audio, the pictures, the documents nke fe ba chombo ona boni nchon now respond to what Nii aye ke what Jonathan ni takikomi respond to ame ke audio ne send ke documents ni ke ba ni nke fe ba chombo ko ba kwe meji gbe take nye ntwa what Nii aye ke what Jonathan takikomi I'm represent Nii Adama Latse faction I'm make am case mene what Nii Yankose ese ba ekon e ba make case ke ni doctor tetekwe ke Nii Teiko Tsuru ni jienyo ake ame pe ne sani na ame yo alo na ame domo na agbabe ni Nii Adama Latse ke we bi na ame domo eje ekonija before ni matwa abo Nii Yankose no e ke na chon ye ke majemi but we
brother abi okpeje boroma wo chede apokwa ami atasi afia lele boni okay akanukwale amuga e kan dagbe mi ejake Europe se na ni papa na mi kame iba domuga state ake okpeje ende loni yoga mami ne anukwale sani ejengba ye kan woni bi ami me ni ke amama pipi ami leche ami dwen ami uhan ke an wose ami bi ka mi na bi ka mi hoy me Nii Yankose the fourth ni ji nkrampa Mantse land and properties administrator of the Paramount School State me dog tete okay documents e gba mi cho kwa ncho mi kwakwa mi cho documents e cho ashawo nu ye document yi no na ga ma wa leje ma fefe na kai and just a beginning see me there right time bye bye
right so ofane be one way waka na agency na onu yemi ka amale e fachon ni wo le e ba fe so aka e ba yu anukwale ni ba yu ke documentation ni ele na enye ona boni chon e se send me audio e ko ne ga ni tate mi mebo regbe woji eni nkin abo e kan mo fe audio eni nke send bo e bomode no twa fe bono ntwe
Nii Detective. I'm in a boat way. We talk about the justice issue. No one. In can you remove favor what be here? It no go here. Meanwhile 1988. 1988. Ke 2008. Ke 2009. Nibi New York. Dani Agbene. Kama fait vidéo nke fa ba channel ejeme do nke no bahanye
right so you find it benye lencha nyenu e ka woji ani nki ame e ka dele na dele e ba spill beans e ka angmelegbe e we kume ke no fe no ke la ke agbene ya all the way out. So ibaya all the way out. So nya wa ha wache Nii Yankose wotwe koni emeka case ke egbena ami documents ni again support remo fe na you makane fe mahabo ona boni chon ke pictures come hu send me nke fe hu ba fe minim nke fe ba chombo koni ona. So like I said ofine kejo ye ti go no nu bomode ni owo ti a machine ke wine ji no ni osumo no nu fo eko a machine no fe no nu ona boni chon ke onga ele so bolo fe mo to mo beni nga fi so bolo fan bomode no ani ka fe ko enye free je mi fo eko a machine ni ogbo to mi ni obo Nii Yankose to ojogba I think this is the farthest he has ever gone in making a strong case for Nii Teiko Tsuru Nijenyo, and I appreciate him for that. This has to change. Our current situation, Bonnie woni femo you and Chaki etowo. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of all this. And at some point, we need to bring this to a closure. This must come to a closure. You understand what I'm saying? So, like I said, weak name from both camps. I'm not going to hide anything from you. I'm not taking anything away. I will play every single thing. Let's get into it from Nii Yankose.
Ago abradi abi odi abi cheme kenyeme ke lumo ke shipi foi akwa shon foi wekunu pai magia cheme manyeme romoi o awoyi osofoi lawyers doctors professors ke lumo bru mi hanyo manyele ibine o peje haniji papa echelewo eje wala ke wo efu yo afaba e kanunya ke emobonale ekewo yo ni nyemi ni tete obobi ashon mi habo manye abene lumoy ke onupai ni yo pramane no nyomi hanyo manye fio mi agashi Shishijeni ayi ado ke neke yue money ba fon platform no mbotwe ni nu ayegbe mbote yue mo mi ojogba yue mo monwe keton neke program ne ni video ni tete TV efiye ni tete TV ya hishibami konke ndibi kume bahabu shi wato buta frache masumoni milenche mafile video ni ke foma jano fini ni mo fiamu anyi na aye oche tete obonu bo oche tete obonu ke teko awusa ke akwe seta ke nreshi senche otokuno saki botwe ojogba teko awusa iba yenugboji anukwale iko ni personal enyo otokuno iyi nreshi senche ameba yanu kwale no amenkwe o papa ni ji oche ni fobuwe enyu amese akele hun ejawoku emi ke le hun nutumoni nwo kekele no obo olenoko no sheku nogo comment ma che hedwe pe edwaju enu nyenani yenye kanye ke bo aye ko bo onyemiama kanye se bi nye ke nye ye Teiko Tsuru ojogba both way ojogba gamache Teiko Tsuru the first 1782 to 1787 ni etat gasin no le magan pramos to house ema akele no yi beni tetahina kwa enana agba ke gbese mancho kanja ni etoyi popo momoche ton le gandan bi fe le nyefe was a trader ke gbese mancho kanja emami noni mene me ko me shimushi ke ya gamanye edabo ami kwe bo olenoko oche ke chela jo awoda e chela jo ojogba awoda oche ni fobu tetobonu ke chela jo awobo oda e chela ojogba do bonye lenoko ni mi to ma ke bono oche eye eba bote jasem as a principal header she ebegbe na ko ni alo he waleko ne ba yin ke fi ni ko ye enyimi David Nii Amataki na achole ni akropon the third noni boke o ba gbele o che leji mo ni mo wo ni chese ni wo so o ga bi kodwa le yin mama ejake one Dani bo Nii Adama Latse je dismiss and share ko nyo che ma chegbe han bojugba o lenoko ni Dani ma ju ni ke ju mo ni bo tu ojugba na ta ko tulu e on a station opposite ni ji abonu awu e ni gbene nye ba nye gba nye dala weku mi nye to bo ni weku aji han mene bo tu ojogba ni ka gbe na won ke video ko ba fitai ni mo ni yo mo ma yu e bo tu ojogba o lenoko agbe Jonathan come le tututu ele anukwale shi onupa ka amale shi kutum pocheni Jonathan come kutum pocheni kwe beni at Evans Atamis be amin it was a happy beni yato toga it was a chief director jemo ko kemie me shika just VC RCAC crap per document obe foko bola foko document obeko obe what document obeko because document no yin keke since 1904 gas state and kashi amaleke kutumpo ke ni abamona 1948 kwa okay no you me bo you mo fe to me to ma taking time dana gbene mi ma bamba ojogba ni ma kan ni nyeche mi ba dun ma dwa kan mi ni po mi kebo ma dwa kan po la agbene bo o ba jofu ye gan yi Latse se ni taje Latse ye Mantse ni Latse nye ta se no ye mini ni bi pia mi agbene yo yo mo mi ni tete obo bi ason eyo lo ma pa le fight ne abo yo mo to ojogba eke obo ke awo ni ya te otogan dana wo doctor ni tete ku amale folo aye amale folo le cheli wo na lapato ni ko ye na kan je ba tobo e ja ko already a bole cho ba future. I mean what I'm saying to you bo oba future because bo tutu oba future abono oyo mo no ya ni tete no mi e ka mi to ma mo point ojogba dan ni million che ma fe video o ka squad leader nyen chele ba because e na nya ka nyen fe nyen novice nye dwemo nye chema dwemo na mi ka wonyi ito mi ka ni bi e na nyen fe mo e ja ka bo tutu o ka squad leader o cheme fe kele na squad leader ameshia ye Charles follow me na nyo nyeshia mele mumu shia squad leader ma shia ba ho idan do ba bote nyeshia mi ni portego jeje na wole ja seche no portego na wole enyemi e we ba first squad leader ba first coordinator of the Gaparmo stool enyemi e we portego money he wo ni mene after le ni e fi ni tete ko print decessor le eyo mo yo no me Jonathan come me fi be ma mi ame fa me be mi lele che Jonathan comme le lele che papa et papa na che Dr. Kwame Nkrumah ashe du keteke ni ake apa eche ni ayi jaku Jonathan comme et papa Dr. Kwame Nkrumah ke kaji boni ja se gbejano to kamo shalo ga onupe to Council of Elders ke ameto am gbejano to fele ni be mi dani akeni wo paper nshi na publish. I have the copy. Ekoleke ye ko tender ni ma tender la unka face ani abeni ni onojugba ko won ye chama ni bi na ma fe ka me sui ka me jemba ke ni je nu but we gbogbo an bi ye ni ameba amekeshka froto je gbogbo akeba 1600 no hu ya cow the book of the daily socks ni okani 1001 pages. Noni you on a podium for Belgium, Ojo nye gota se. Ojo nye ni anye bo enwo na ka onye umbrella kenye purported gamanche. purported so-called gamanche ni yenye jo taki ni le ta frache shibami inka lesani e court me challenge capacity after capacity nyeti sulu yebanu ko won mai mimi kebo nyeti sulu yebanu ko won mai ejake mi yo ke Jonathan Kombesani shimba duwe no ko bibio pe one it's two solid or three solid pictures bafu pano ni me ayose ni mana ni sweet and jimba one first of all squadron leader Edumwenye na jam in the 1991 as a Gapamos to Justice and Portego against CC Bruce ni amena power jasi Edumushi no mi David Nyamata kiniji bo papa ochenupa o papa enyu am follow for enyu am say by 1980 ni ayenu the second ba Edumushi ni abatu ne kenu tumuni no ni you gan tete fin you have all the facts fin document je no ni by bit je no ni Somora and Gomora je escape and Sobibo je no. I'm talking about the facts and the records. No ni chame sign. Oga benito ni mi gbara mi ojogba ko ni onye ni anu no ko shishi. Dala gbe ni mi leke mama bamba bo ke Jonathan come ojogba. Ake la Jonathan is the one of the candidates. Ni e submit ni le wan wo le Gapamos to Jaseche. To boni bo chekwe ni akropon David Nyamata ke ni eke ebo o cousin ba aka awola Jaseche no ni squadron leader en na nyefe aka male follow ji no egbura ise squadron leader olele nlele Jacoba no lele because of the creation shinke squadron leader catch 1-1 ni ewo all the documents Joe Beni DK Joe Beni ye shia ya bele pe je mo ko kemi olenoko ni oshako to pair the document Joe Beni dey up to today or Joe Beni because that otomo ni magenu ye mi lifetime after elementary school I'm a footballer before mbakase boss in 2 years martial art ke ni ke passa shidam because in ake imbe mboko ni ba anyi ni ewami then in both into street business. After that, Nimba both trading me before I be a business executive. Then Nimba bon nike nibi na bo olemi ni mi we iwe shin awo yi mi iwe shin awo ni ola kendo mi omofofo by force no lo ta you afro bi bona fe ni nye penetrate kabote ngmanguna shin ami la like enye fe possible ni nye ba no ngmanguna shin je enye chema shin ani ngmanguna shin je enye chema shin ami ni bo oni shin koko memre no ko onye ba aminu aloyin ba kunu ya je one o papa benibo oni ama mfio imani na le dan mi na agbo ina abotwe beni 1947 ni appointment chadu ni crisis e ba le mi na ayo amoko komo records mi testimony po hamo ni akebajaje gan ni bi fe no dumo ni eke le dumuchi eke da bida eke ba wa bi adan ma ba bi no ko dan ma juwe no na he wale ake nye je be no kono mi yo ba nye pransta le ke no di ka shi benibo lenche oyin ba boy no komo susumo no jo ako ona agbe afi papa ta ko tulu after na fe ni bi afa ata enye kwanji gbese mo choka ja mami yo kele hishin ojogba ya bo no awo no mi pension kuwe shian ofori anka male machine leke ayako adunshi like for gamancha ikuma teku ba ke okanja ni gbese manche onunshi gbege bibi ojimi ke na fofosa shi nge ko cement paper bonye be ko I'm telling you gospel truth ka native wisdom ojogba come on ko te legon Ote Oxford University international university second in Benjamin of an old she made to a cable yenumbo jing and quale miake. One in Malay, Yaga brofo keke or talk any ate modini kadomo wulumi. No, no more idea about beginning and conclusion. Nigga for money. La Tako Tsuru, No, Nani Mecho Mona. No, the Mamiko Tolo, Mono of the Tako Tsuru. He was a trader. Yano ato a record so Jubado Kani. Tako Tsuru. Nimene, in can you fe Afutum Faza, Aputum Patai, Woy, Mumui, Yakaya Badun Tako Tsuru, no, Yen back keke. Yen back keke. Yen back keke, Yechama, Yechame, only Amafio Eba Incassation. Eka Adam Misa, ese bi edwe Jimmy ina. Ka onu fo dada. O ka onana ke gbema bi ye ka fe bi ni ojogba. Onu shi. Mi imami eni bo o ya chi ebule. Imami eni oko rara e chinu asu eni ami se mi mami botwe. You for you. You are Lord Ganyi Chame Fe. Benny me about Come on. Ochakwa Niji David Namataki. A year Akropon. 1980, he was a secretary. Oh, Papa, me. That fracture only a war. I mean, you, I may say. Then like a war you are buying. Then he can fracture. Nae. Na no ko so adu makai mache wo yo ni betrayal o papa nga wonche do mi le tun se ntumo ni me na ekpeke ka awa Abraham tashi egboko awa Abraham no na Legitimacy afili fit Nii Teiko Tsuru. Tomoni sakumo yue sakumo efin what you are feeling le du machine ne ha directive ni what you feel feeling onushi ni kan no mo gba be ke ake le tutuntun ni dodun saki ameme egbe ni la chabatashi is never true because Mantse ye cancel as a member but ya kusumbe janoto shikamba judicial bemi ona boni ole fe ya video mi matenda fe shi hi yemu no ni bo nke mi sparkle as a hiji mi wo mo hiji no giga kwe ma dembo ni bo lenche you better ba free sorry na before that ma fair video mi ma 40 ashoshi because ba you see side one ni make a one na shishu ma sane e ja ko push me bo aye no tamma mi sorry bo no tamma mi because of bo onye ni phone say oche ya anukwale oche do mo shi anukwale e ke na ne shi ma ni afenyi so onye tembe ni bo do mo shi ni bo mi ode bo onahi authority no ya tasano moko tasano go ni bo ya ni no ya ni bo ya chobu na afu mami yabi ni bo ko gbe oko rara lawon eju eba mi mami se ni no be ni la ya foti agbo itashi as a regional greater regional minister ni reporter James Star commander make order from above you know me come on. It take inside the cat Nii Teiko Tsuru Mantse ka shago na ni o she ka shetu mi eye wono etu mi wo kele ba na ni esinu na kela nkwali keke tu ni fine keke tu ni na jepo no na ba no ba sa ba fe ko wo kele ba touch daga no because Mantse charges ake pale o ga be ni to no one bombe na ke charges se no dumo ye Jonathan Kombe okoto nwa nu maka ifo rofon e papa e tui le be That's a gamanche ne tashi ke jemba ke yisui ne jere ko no ga promise to jase ke dan the machine na pale 1962 le Jonathan come here no bon come on boy background we a grandfather di takiyabo call le lo mi kebo ande kebo mami papa apale 1929 awole 19 apale 1929 a great grandfather ni Okai Misa no ni gba ni amugi we ke ateme use as a head of family afele acting senche lehun egbo 1910 a fight with Amagali niji ama supri ya keta wolokodo kan kwaku na ridari no na background say eni ke chefa pa mi eni ni kan soa lebaje shin lebaje gan shin 1904 lebaje like a bad record den shin o agbene nkanye tasuluwe nye ba na ko wegba o agbene mi nkamba mi ke come me ma 40 association tanike anima fele bro so bele gidigidi kra yo le lakamie nofio duku nofio moto ton de onmishi no agbene nke tani bomo de sa tani anima fele bro so bele gidigidi kra yo le lakamie nofio duku nofio moto pam but we Teiko Tsuru defects efobi yokobe actually na kwekwe acheku e marry ai kan Tsuru ni jai kan si ane bi nabi ai kan Tsuru nabi keje anajewe Teiko Tsuru defects ebi yo na kwekwe acheku am a marriage here. No, I can solve Okanja kai concern the Teiko dim problem. You gastate. Olenoko obe fact. No, anajewe anajewe kaji lele ogba no yan ka aye ola. Come am wo onu ni. Owo bobo gbe aye. Ya anajewe. No mo kan keteku. Ya je ya ai concern ya. No ajana ka to akan maaje. Oge bijon obleno kono nye kase ni nye sumo nye kase oni eja ke yetese gan o mi me beke bibio e fo nupa ni le feke ni tate no ta America ko prempo small boy poni ba ta premier ke bo onu shi personality get respect get trust bien ayama sasoma me nyo man se na me yoni umbrella shilo ko su ko umbrella ye ni ko su ko umbrella ye ba yan Kosu kwa umbrella better fracture ni ba wo purported gamanche ko ni ke wo purported gamanche ni bo umbrella ko hin wona oyin aba picture aye mi ga kin taki Teiko Tsuru fe na gan yi comment ma ke bo nuku kemo olola travel in talks ya nu mo hiwale na mi Nii Yankose nke iye fatalo keme me CEO Olola travel and talks no but what joba in Jenubon house of age of 9 years oga bejo in masters in banina masters ko nupa ni you aton mi no lebonika ni onupa ate ta fracture boni abai no nupa ko in master ko be ke mi ake bo we party no ni ma ka boji ingbe ni ka onupa ko chobo male kokoko ka shi beni oba shi jelemi eja keke shibu ebi mi baba nyan shibu amale ende chombu ewo o wala ko bi awala efite Mr. Somoa ko shabo so kai mo se opposite Somoa mebo Somoa house ameshanu jobeni dike jobeni e senior brother ni UTC one Teiko Tsuru yo niji na kwekwa cheku efo bi eten kwekwa fio Teiko doku adaptation me fait extension posite abonu awe jame yo ya bi ochama aka bi ochame ke bobo che ya no acha church sa ya no acha church do bi la ke no ni mi party no cho mi party mene gamanche gasenche Nii Teiko the leg Nii Teiko abono the fourth obontwe enye chame ekako eba na nye chama ka onu pa ija mi le babo Teiko Hausa me ke ni ameni force ole Teiko Hausa me dumushi ko bo che ameke keje 1947 ni eho amete asegbeke bibio ni agewo ayijagu ni jikintakita you are the second keni amensumo koni abonua esheno after 6 years reign of ni meribo to Turkey ni di mi grandmother a testimony ni ha na edumushi ni amasa ni di Dr. Nii Tetekwe a grandfather a mommy papa keja sene jonshi na mama dumushi na me hold fort 1947 ami he power ni le attender ke ba ni gbeno won na ni moko se lance le testimony mi grandmother mi grandmother le gba o chemi ke ni fe le tashi in her life ni keto ise o amani ni jo dun kwaku wo yo le papa ni ja itogbe le agbo chemi because e translation mi o tu bro bi le agbo chemi ka ba bote wo chemi e ja ke mi no papa to etu ise atayi ye kolegu no etu ise abene na mo ko mene nyanch mo na ba wo le wo kudupa eja nyamugi enyimi ni fio ya lona sia esha amefia amgeleje sia kumi register ya le fingers ke Jonathan am sister am sister certain do to gba am sister no aye mi ya hinre no on mi lost ka enunye gbe ke ni bi sometimes ona boni ye cheme badumushina me na nukwale ne amete yomo ni no ewopo na me nya amedumu amena ne no ni no zonye konya kenye ta frate boni gaste te kachi kenye ni na ye cha nye ni hewo nye na egbe na gba yin ba pete se he nye na egbe nye call akenye sonye shian bi kodwa jo nye ko ni wo kodwa be fi onyimi amele kodwa be fi onyimi no kaji lele ni ta frate Ruby Adama Taki no to egbe ye dismiss na shian na awole le akawoku nupa hewale wede akopon akawoku nupa hewale wede but odogba akopon after Evans Aikwe Late awole weku nupa Evans Aikwe Late akopon do ke awole weku nupa cause mo bi e fi an eyo si onupa ya mele nupa shian ye Lions Den bo otu beje ona le beje yale mi sian manchadu lonjeje nyetu ona le beje kamba Adama dismiss sian nyenale lon beje kamba mamuna any custodian instrument yo ni no cholio instrument no cholio se na keje bato lolo keba mi nyekwe moni sa oni ji mami actually perso anya mele ga senye no size egba come on ame pepa fe mu kan yan yiche mami mumu boni ame mami merebo to taki ayo Jackie one nobody in the gas state nobody. I'm proud of my grandmother and my mother and my aunt. Whoa. Come on. What shia in Kenya tuna beje? Ni to bakebo. Bo oni e shia koko memre. Do Kenya mba. Alo nyinja. Alo nyi Kenya jinye nya ajeme. But we ike kwa chakudi yi Teiko to the first ebiyo ni di enabi kintakita you are enini kansu aji Teiko to the first je enini ena ji kwekwe acheku ka ye o ata omugota ogbomo papaso acha ayadu ni yele left and right abene ja seche ni wole Teiko to ewo kintakita you are bocho coupe kojo bocho enomi ntutuntu obontwe yakwa chief league yakwa league se ni kashika ga state oga gbugbu abi oga gbugbu abi boleje oyin kashi ojuba no onye chiro obojoba boleje ona slaga biela ebombo slagala efutu slagala ebrabo okorara la tamale la ebranye nyeganyemba taki ani nyema taki komi bi anu yi 1826 na je katamasota na ba la bi Jonathan Kobe kamo Jonathan Kobe kamo taki ani ma je send him taki ani Jonathan je send him say gbeni agbene botwe oke numu aduma kese afemini shi onupa atelewo mo ya ama supreme shi ami ya jomi beni abawole wekunupa tashi la ke wale ha jemu ni yo wekunupa aduma kese lo akropon amale follow alagbato hey awaye ya o musuafoi tomonye alaji lomoko le bi Jonathan Kobe Ebo 1996, nommé by 91, no papa Dumushi, ne yo dase, ni ta fracture, et je commit, no ni yo, kaji ta fracture, oh papa, et yemi nous pas dit, deviner mataki. No mi, comment? Me provoque bo. Me provoque bo. No fait no ni sa no fait. Bo. No mi to no la que ta ko tu na yo, comment? Quoi fio. Gete a je swala ba. Niji ni teta show ma no mi ai kan jin tete oge bi ncho come call le noku e ka yue bias e go be native wisdom we shut up over there amene but we adakwason session jensi yi read of the no be but take Dumushi ake le enough is enough check in takita you are the second the Christ say ba lo noku e ni abonua as a tackle to head there about someone at a jassete afita hale me Nii Yankose Nii Yankose me grandmother onushi olaga imami ke ayant ke mo fiamo adam misa beni basahini yo niji mami enyemi komo yi fe ejati ko bi aiwo yo nna ke mami ameka me shafole ni ake save situation ni oleleko oh inyemenese no olu ahun no yin chirabo olu ahun yin chirabo akokase da umbrella shilo to bobo kwe be umbrella shilo bobo olobi ojogba kwe bole to olobi ojogba ayadu ole keke fe bi lojogba bole to olobi ojogba bi ayadu akere mi won si dinan lo bile akere mi chicken feed bodan lo bile come on Koshe gamami ke ya gamami no bin shisho doba awa kebu mo ni jimi enowo mo geni efe no ya na fight o can do ni ani insole mo ji na gbe afi papa shinke bo aye oke tetekue ite shi ejo numo bo ne temu komugo yin ne batu we na kan shi ami ka atoni custodian nibi yo aketa fracture lele original coach will be bonjo jotakinjo ye temu komugo ben na kan jotake but we pray kwe e papa ni joko rara e papa nke no ko yin la mefio niji o eke ya marry okuju mimpo tete okuju otu oshian le ko foteko bujana tata ko yin nuoshi ta ko yin nuoshi ta ko ti ekuwe yen ja yin nuogba yen wu ogba je yen wo yin nuoshi onu ochi ojugba boto coupe leji kenken ja set ega 1862 boto coupe o wo yen froto keba e ya geta frajo wo lului wo bedwomo through the slave trade ko je pampran keba ya ko boto mo asenemi asafoche kanlo na kan fraga no yan boto coupe kojo boto le noni abene ya opango ko mo start match na ye ko boto je no ba na tu kama e kami gbanya ogbogbo mi le jo ogbogbo nke ya bi ni kole ni ma te kojo boto ya no abile e ba ke bojo ba sha Mantse iye nko inye se ke nchese fun oti ogen kwa atreku enabiji kintakita you are the first no ni yele no ne doku junior techi doku junior je kintakita you are original name ima ye chebe kase bo kaje ni akropon ne ba mo e kan ni abonimia taki amugi sose e kele yakemba na fe le kache le yo kan la pito pepem ni ye chame fe apambele na yobonu because on ni essential de ba hewo kwe aye olemi ojoba bo olemi ojoba nye ka mi le hewo lache le moni kintakita yo abese wago ko bote mamuna shi ami do boto je guy senshi niji mo se side do bote no bote shi ami no by 2 or 3 meters no step down again no first one no come on all last down two straight and you je chocho niji kintakita yo ami first born tunu a right side again mi chombo tuji mbe chi ami chombo a right side again oproche odun niji aje kokotu eni odun kwakuko we ko odu aje ko sipo nji fe le ka jeje aba kintakita yo a odun oproche odun after chocho afi nike otubro manche niji kintakita yo ase ame second born eke manche otubro manche nshi ni aposan enomi ke bote mi ka connect on ka bote ayi togbe ni ke yiba shi ami kemba third room niji right side there no kemba abene obo ba nina tayo afi onomi niji bo you no mole shian fofo no mole shian no data frache oyogo odangbo because obonjo be pepe onye chi ebo ewo no obo ba pe shi ewo eni chi ewo se ni o ka bi o ba dun mo no ke de di ma do no ba dun mo no ka ba na iwa like mamuna shi ami lie can't try abene ba ke ba no another right side there ana metal I'm not better. I'm a no. I feel awulenyi. Eshiani. Abene ayi kofi ni eje chochoa mi. Leju monika kintakita yo ate ezade. Echa ana meta machonu. Kamba ya le yoyo ame ya senshin no ni fe. No ni mene ya fe la gbojotu. Ni ta frate ngi pray gidi e. Ja ame yo senshin ame yo. Ni kukudu achi 1939 na ka me baje abene mimba kachano ogboro igwe oketechie au mugo be na mi apiaje busu o pesi challenge jame instrument se emba no na ni mo fi am ka te shaba na ba fi o mi tin je keje la yale mi keje lo anze ni je ba mai no dumo na ke fe ma mo je fe am ngangu na no bo mo ni mi inle loko na mali o abe mi trouble no ni ka bo you of ka bo somewhere keje 79 going to 80s an ka ba wa 1991 eni nyeje ni ta fracture ye heshiba mi dani ye ba ya cost me say abe na mi gba no go ma trouble ke chano odun kwaku jemawo tu ni won yo mi no kintakita yo a ke je tu mi ke ba fa sakumo ke ni fe nyele no ni ola ke ni ba to gbanwu na yi ti le ke nyenyo ni nyenyo keke nyenyo keke me gbabo si ami istro do gba do fe so ake gbanwu na si ami e come jafo lamo agenda je yin faye ayu mo mi ye krokoto wo shi ami o ga bi to na jama ayo ga manche joy ayo kusun joy ke ni fe ke jo pon bu ke ba botemi mi to no le no ko jugba aga wo onyo tawo yi ko tawo yi don ma 40 ashueshi bo jo ba tro yi onusi kamba right ko no pepe here straight afiye ni yo je no na ke abadu eje no na amele nje shiami bo mi tuwe meto na assure mi ni poemi assure me mi ke shafi imami ogbo lele yin okuku ende eyo na ni ake ya achimata ake ya he ka tesa no ka aswani keni mo fi am mo na ya ale ami mbanna ma kompe mbanna afia mbanna ya ale ami mbanna mele nyi mbanna kwenye mbeni mi chacha me fe no na age ina ke for bi ten pere forbidden pe no mfe nka fe gbeke gbonyo no etumi ni ya so ala ba follow ni ya bobo ekeba mba mi ina efokrala mi ni jikala nshi akele odun kwaku ni mmeni ni enforce ni nyemole ke petela chei ni enforce ni mole ke fe ni bi neja ina le ke ska dumushi ima mi le atele keba mi to mi gbagbo ni odogba asane agbeni bo ke gada mi gbere ni amofin amo na yesu ka ye jemba ni fitelo to monye ni asigbo yo aseki to monye ni efe na kan benin ba efo kara webi eba nyawo metu omi ni aye ehoni we wo ake jara asian uji ne fe ni chobe kote teko pache ekote da frache okuju otu osia ekote asafache kojoba ekote haun ajala haun kete mi nyefa ni aba oboloyin lale St Mary Methodist omutu mi yo St Mary ati St Mary Methodist omutu mi na ke wo emole mene nye bo nye inobia mi o chema inobia mi ni no mi bo ni enyo street no chon down street no alo ebe ba yi follow mi enye ebo te shi ami oni eba ye ebo te eje nye ba mo ni ta frache mental shi an nye bo nye ba kantani no kwa yo mo yo poto lo yo yo mo poto lo yo ni bo tutu awo ni Dr. Nii Teiko on 23rd of January 2016. I start at Follow 2005. Bo can na teleshi. Bo squadron leader ya ndo abilo jogba edu politego ticket no e. To mo ni bo oche e ba dun akropon ticket no. Ni no mi one squadron leader na akropon gaba. Nga me fe pictures ba show ipa ni no. Ona me fe gaba. Ona me fe gaba. Shibo ye kwa ojogba. Ni femi surprise again lele ka follow from lele oga be jo na wo Teiko ata oga sakumo bila ke le fi mo chafi lilo ame sakumo kaji ebale kusu fi mo ani bi sakumo ke le na etaje ka aka mu pa mo ro mo alo ja se che pa mo ko ni amugi ne lo so je se ke ba ete tunjo no ko so nwe na baba yile ke ni bi ko akena na e ma shi akena ni amugi na fi eje ni epani lomi ndako lomi nye mbega ye krokoto wa afomi yi aye krokoto wa afomi yi abele kan ba eko ona na kwaja seche dan abele kwa amale follow to mobo numo kan ni ko le romo yabi la keshi emo otogami dan lo lomi le kaje mo ni nya na jile na tulo du na to ikeni ne fe nye igbele ya ni o abila ke Nii Adama Latse ni yewo le lo ya to gan lo efe na kan je no ni gbese emi fule le awa ite kobra na wa fe la ni se ni ani me ata you ma wo na no ni ka bo you of here. I have all the facts, I have the proofs, I have everything. I work to get all the documents with my whole money, not anyone money, because me talk gas state be na for papa. Oh, ake ni tate nka UAP Simon me bomode ni mani ono lake milenche mi ba mata studio ni ma fe nka mo ba bie shi ma boni bi enu ma send etiete kan mo lodo ba no okwa oba na si January 6 Blues ke Portego le wo e trust squad gbe le won na kele mo mi ke squad leader family e panic because nake ama cost mess o gbomo na kele dun se na wo ya to gan le no abone botwe ma bo letter ni squad leader gba ni e ke kanta ke apart from Gapramos to Jersey amenya ameka Rico Minbo ame from New Jersey kaito sume but the match on the 8th 2006 ame sa make Jersey no le that is never true. It's never true. Aye, let's not kono. Okay. comment ne yi onu pa se do mi o la ke ta frère Jonathan comme bi la ke do mi e peto ala yi lo mo ko me po bi le bo abile bi Jonathan comme abele mu aye no na bi la ke le ke ta frère ta frère ke do do pa se messenger abe di ke do be ni cho ko como e ka ji ma ke se fe ma ke se na abuda ni masa ma se ne ko after ide masa ma se ne como e ka do be ni ke no man to mo no 9 ni aka me fe te court na instrainer me se ma ko kan e obi aka moko aka tu ga paramos to gas ntu ye ga traditional council abe no ba na the latex 2018 ni before 2019 no visi judgment against army no ni war no na power na ke die gazette ona boni ole dans 2021 adumono no la ke Nii Teiko Tsuru attaché kashi beni abagbe Mantse sani na to bona me fe Nii Teiko Tsuru di second 2008 na me ke by 2000 na fe am in your head ni no 2000 na straight na me okay ameka fe foko ye ga na me ka me buni Jonathan come was a MP otoga purported julo criminal visa fraud man lahun ta fracture jiba mi ete by then ta fracture gbovro la te eleloko oko vana po eleloko ni lante vana po mene me fe ke gbese Mantse ni aibonte ka lele ni nyeye ni nyeke nyele ni to Ogun State ni bi Nii Teiko nke ye fe am fe am pictures ba show pa mano meni ni bi Nii Teiko ka ito sume ta fracture botwe Nii Teiko Tsuru amanpa enini shishuni amanpa efo bi okoka kwete ni bi ni ji le Nii Teiko Tsuru eni e ba fe acting in 1948 like wo Jonathan go be papa Mantse ni eche ni ji ebileza ni amataki ye andi bi ye head of family kwe Nii Teiko Tsuru enye ye Mantse o mu egbe kokoko what me egbe kokoko ona share instrument say oh share record say history no modromo na aja komi ami na waje mi na empower me Nii Teiko abonua the prophecy le ami power of attorney ni share ami 2013 ni Prince Adutaki ke Nii Teiko teshi na me teshi na me go against case man agbomobi na me fa me touch na ni share na me go against me ni Nii Teiko abuna Nii Teiko to head of family the prophecy man le ha me power of 2019 ni ke bu ashia ni bi efe na le won ke matenda ni ma bi efe ayose no ni tate me to no le akechi aye me challenge ke Jonathan copy Jonathan come me challenge ke Jonathan come ike I made for my document. And watch I made for my document. No make a first 3 batoyin ko na we yin say you to no manya ba. Sobibo. We started the war. Bam.
Right, there you go. Sobibo, we started the war. Bam. From Nii Yankose, Nii Lands and Properties Administrator of the Gun State. Ni onune 47 minutes and 12 seconds long, unedited. Everything is said is what I've played for you, and like I said, every single UMO nimana from any of the camps, every single documentation. Well, some of them I might use a little discretion because in Tabia, so I might use editorial discretion. You understand what I'm saying? But every single audio, every single document, every single picture, every single video ni ebacho editorial ni name ni eba passe inkabachombo. Ona boni nchon inkabachombo ni, like I said, the truth must come out. We are all tired of this. I am tired. We cannot continue like this. And at some point, I hope this will actually move through the courts quickly, because any share Sanjini your court fa I hope within the next couple of years, cases in your court, but move through the courts quickly. Koni wana money pote, ni jase che, ni wana money pote, ni Mantse, so we can move on as a people. Ni anukwali efe jekpo nkebake look, these old men, he make boy na me you anukwali. I mean recruit me generation can wamali me. Amali na me malechue. I mean recruit my generation into it. What do you think will happen? Kitchen can cycle a breaky. What do you think will happen? What about pass on ne kan male ne ko jotwa ne kan male mumone about pass on to generations ni ba ya wase ni wonako waya ye kokoko, and that is why I am doing this. I'm not supporting anybody's agenda, and I'm not here to mess up anybody's agenda. The lies, the untruths, the amale, the kutumpo, the blah, onukpa ni ya nukole na me, it must all be exposed. We need to put it all out there. Sani wake fe machine. So my generation now boy me recruit mo into amale ne ka amale enterprise ne ka kutumpo ka bla enterprise ne kona isa so bi ame dream iliake etobo ko ba ke mini no ni game mini no ni game what feel one care the same thing game mini no ni, and at some point it must stop. And I'm saying, okay, if we want it to stop, we need to stop Amalie sani wake pato. You was Juan Kwale. What cover Amalie for far too long? It is time to bring everything out there. Put everything out there in the public domain. Echi documents come time. I can't imagine man. Well, mini before then, mini put a so one year me. I'ma run le through quick because video ball is a check homo. I'ma giddy nibia commenting my machine. Clearly, a can only friend on it near no kono. She no friend no near you near le no kono near ye care le Nii Yankose le no kono Nii Yankose unka near ye le no kono. Now, a chono guake no friend on it ba. No ni ya yu akele ni no go ba ye fase kanibi efe elefe onu na echie kometa elefe eke honorable Jonathan Taki come lenwe le anukwale by his being economical with the truth. Honorable Ninjon eke he's being economical with the truth. Neke look, as far as he is concerned, Nii Adama Latse ye gamanche kokoko Nii Adama Latse ta se no kokoko na kanji no na ewe. Eke squadron leader ni ayeke shegbe yake bagbo eke shegbe yake bagbo she squadron leader na ke ni aye campaign no na me fio eyi ne wona efemini ni eje amete ona boni chon agbene we ke look ko le wulomo efe kusumi ya ni ya otogan ke Nii Adama Latse ko le wulomo efe ninu ewo ni gbese mi fule ni se mi ni gbese yawo nu mu ayite ko blank ba because no ni gbese tawo ni ko le wulomo afi efe chono gwa ke meni me ba na me ba you of amebe facts amebe wolo na me ba baki amebe historical facts amebe no kono amebe evidence ko na me ba pia amewie mo se sile ile Yankose eye wojin eye videos eye audios can be ke pictures can be ni ikba baki no friend no you and yes Ololai travel and tours lele Ololai travel and tours in keg screen no abo no kwe I don't yeah well there you have it bona bonincho eke Kenya yake ato ni ya otogan before ato touch all the thing Dr. Nii Teiko eje anukwale she ato Dr. Nii Teiko first dani ato ni yaote oto gan onake send me pictures dinkome come no unfe a collage of it come pictures send me so but on a picture say ona biamina ato Dr. Nii Tetekwe kusumi na afe ale me ni fita if you make cheche na me fe a lot of the guys in your picture say me nle ame so gbe GNA che kenye le ko me nye ba na me ye picture say me ona boni nchon he me ne nle ame pi ne che me nle ame I'm sure I can send me I'm a family and I can picture say me ona boni nchon the other pictures ko me oni send me she no she no more be you jogba so no me nye nke fita ne yabo ekle say me e ba chon mi picture ne eneni maba ekenke ba chon bo ona boni nchon now I mean, I go away. A guy affiliates and affiliates and now you are no more sakumo le. A guy affiliate egg money the shishi. She no more sakumo a supervisor what ye nike affiliate more money the shishi. So naga affiliate na kwake no more sakumo ni egmo Nii Adama Latse affiliate. You cannot really make a case out of it because jail physically if you are affiliate. Onu just a supervisor affiliate fee ona boni nchon so na can case we can push it on the side. You know ko eke akpako akpa ja seche na akpa wulomo. Eke akpako ja seche ko ye gandan. Ni akpako wulomo ko ye gandan. Shikamo ko ka akpa ja seche na akpa wulomo ameke wolo ke historical precedent ameke ba na kwe. Okay, in the history of Gandangwe, ani alo gamashie, ani wulo moko yena akpalelo, ani jase cheko yena akpalelo. No akaka akpa tetekwe eje kusumi ni akpako jase cheko yegan kusumi dan. So anya akpa Dr. Tetekwe, that is the case he is presenting. Okay, anya akpa jase che, akpa jase che na akpa wulo mo. So Dr. Tetekwe katole akpakole because ye kusumi akpa ja seche. That is the case he's also making. Now, sa eteno ne yuake chachate ni Dr. Nii Tetekwe awole chumi ye botiano tumoboni wache ni ayeyue eke botiano le akele tejame ni boli ya beje keke akele tejame ne ya beje shi awole chumi ye jeme eke agbene we ni Yankose ebele ekometo as a singular person ona boni ncho ebenaka ewale ni ebanye kpamuko onum shishi eke le ekometo ebe ewale ni eba kpamuko le as an individual ebe muko beka ba kpamo collectively. It's a collective decision ni Yankose as an individual nye ekometo ekpamuko bona. So these are the few things ni in my audio and it work fail gidi because ball video it's like what 1 hour and 15 minutes already on about inchon. So I'm a kind of some of the documents any onuni refer ye audio me koni mafemini mangme ohi like I said Nii Yankose ben Kenya ke video say ko Nii Yankose ke kwe ne nanoko nwe ko ne hiye ke jaje mo baba ke ba inkaba habu. Now nyebana ke mention 1988 ruling ko on abonichon. Unfortunately it's 7 pages long. In the exact place ne tawo ni makande manye ni kande mo ye tachalete a little light on aboninchon. So just by way ni ole lele ekemi inke me screen no wana ke kama kande pu wide but 7 pages long. So ama ya the other one say ni fa chon ni manyama kande mabo eneke ni akape the second Jase asafuache to the Suman Kralos too in lenoni what this is in reference to, but often amakanema be get ruling. A summary of case E.A. Papo in a E.A. Papo versus Edmond Ajayi. E.A. Papo, who is the complainant, brought Edmond Ajayi before the arbitration committee to prove by which authority he, Edmond Ajayi, is parading as acting Nii Piam of Abola Piam. Observation: when the case was called and evidence was heard from both parties, it came to light that in the lifetime of the late Colonel Ade, the then Nii Piam appointed one Nii Ade to act on his behalf when he was taken ill. Nii Ade dutifully performed the said role without any hindrance for the past 2 years until the death of Colonel Ade. When Nii Edmond Ajayi claims he was appointed by the headquarters of Abola Piam, on whose behalf E.A. Papo was suing. 3 or 4 of the headship of the headquarters were disputed. The election of Nii Ajayi could not, therefore, be said to be proper. It is also worthy of note that the acting position elapsed with the demise of the substantive Nii Piam, the late Colonel Adi. Recommendation: Nii Adi, the acting Nii Piam, could have acted in the interim until the election of a substantive Nii Piam. The committee, however, views the challenge to his action position by Nii Edmond Ajayi as an unnecessary development inimical to peaceful coexistence. It was therefore recommended that in the interest of peace and for the smooth celebration of the Omoa Festival, Nii Adi should act as Nii Piam for the celebration of the Omoa Festival, only after which the disputing parties should nominate 2 persons each who will nomination and installation of a substantive Nii Piam, which recommendation was accepted by both parties, who nominated Messrs. A. Amonkote, Ben Boche, Ben Mensa, and Danyayi Forcing. They were given up to the 25th August 2002 to initiate nomination installation of a substantive Nii Piam. The arbitration committee should any no naka sign but on aboninchon. So one of the rulings Nii Yankose is cited. I think I'm not really sure, but let's go on to the next one. Find animal cafe, okay, so now renomination and election of Fitzgerald Emmanuel Nii Amui Tete Kwe as Jaseche. So ni trage lele Nii Tete Kwe was renominated and he was elected. Now, call letterhead no your Paramount 2 Jase letterhead no your 23rd January 2006. Ofane ekomeche min pabufai screen no nin can your I'm not on aboninchon a little bit in a clear so in my screen and I'm can no butu. Again, preamble. The Gan Royal Stu Jase, representing the 4 ruling houses of Gan State, officially known as Accra, namely Nii Teiko Tsuru, Nii Takikomewe, Abola Piam, and Nii Amugiwe, from which Gan Jase and or a paramount chief is nominated or elected in rotation. Wherever the Royal Stu falls vacant through death, bestowment, or abdication, which ruling houses together constitute the Garoya State Jase, whose main constitutional function is to install a new Gajase and or paramount chief after the proper procedure regarding its nomination has been carefully observed, deemed it our duty and right to nominate and elect a new Jase. So in a paramount to Jase and Chono Kwake, I may explain I'm a function now. Nomination and election. We, the signatories, therefore, here under who are the accredited elders and councillors of the paramount to Jase of Abola, Accra, acting on or our behalf, and as the accredited representatives of the said Royal Stu Jase, being concerned with existing vacancy in the office of the Royal Stu Jase, rendered vacant by the demise of the late Nii Kweku Niri II Portego of Nii Taki Komebwe, have this day customarily nominated and elected Mr. Fitzgerald Emmanuel Nii Amui Tetekwe of Nii Amugiwe, ruling house of the Jase, as Gajaseche, as the Royal Stool, in succession to the said late Nii Kwaku Niri II Portego. If one can tell or do by writing a little thing, me. In token of our consent and concurrence of the aforesaid nomination and election, we, the signatories, have accordingly appended our signatories and prints here too. So okay, woloni gang paramount to Jase, I make a nominate doctor. Alo I make a select doctor Nii Tetekwe akaye Jase che no junoni in meshi abwe at date till 23rd January 2006 ka okwe meni ni esaye Mr. Emmanuel N.T. Taki, Honorable W.K.K. Ochsen, Madam Victoria Nasaki Adu, Mr. Joseph Okine, Mr. K.D.O. Benny, Frederick Hodgson, Nii Taki Kome, we are not your Jeme, Nii Adu Ofolikwe, Nii Ama Suple Ama, Mr. J. Saban Thompson, Mr. Emmanuel Odalai Lamte, Madam Eunice De Kote, Squadron Leader George Tego, retired, Mr. Samuel Adama Latse, Mr. Robert Lomoko, Mr. Ismaila Taki Kome, Madam Clementina Ofoli Kwe, Abola Piami we na me hu yo jeme, Mr. Ben Minsan, Mr. D.A. Forson, Mr. Miss Grace Oko, Mr. Henry Vanderpoel, Nii Teiko Tsuru Adi, Nii Ayikuma Vandorf, Mr. Ibrahim Taki Obli, Nii Akwe Papo, Madam Beatrice Ampa, Nii Amugi we na me hu yo je, Emmanuel Nii Amui Kwe, Nii Amui de Graft Kwe, Nii Ayi Tete Kwe, Mr. John Amate Kwe, Mr. Seth Tete Kwe, Mr. Samuel Saban Amugi, Mr. Nathaniel Nii Amui Mensa, Mrs. Mabel Cole Clegg, Madam Esther Amacho Botri, Joseph Nii Ayi Kwe, Fred Lante Mills, Jacob Nii Amui Kwe, Nii Adote Obuo II, Sempe Mantse, acting president of the Traditional Council, Nii Dodun Saki Otubrom. So all of these people were actually CC'd. So there you have it. Now I'm a candidate. The next document ni watch Nii Yankose can send the me. Min pabo fai wa numo ene like wish ake shugwe nye documente yendi because bini ningma yo ekane mo ya unto minkwe enoniji eke in the judicial ene Joseph Yaya Ade vs Traditional Council and 4 others bona no ruling neke amie. This is a ruling on the 28th March 2007. The petition, the applicant hearing. I'm sorry. I'm a candidate. The other one that marble. Oh no. Now, in a affidavit in opposition. If I'm okay, this has got to do with remember. Inta o makandi no fe no ni wache Nii Yankose kiami. Other one say ni means me onani inye makandi ningma onake askani documente bona so ningma ba ojogba ke BP ke askani documente ningma ba ojogba so okay I'm a candidate in the fast track division of the High Court, the Republic versus George Taki aka King Nii Adama Latse and others. Affidavit in opposition. I, King Boni Nii Adama Latse II, previously known as George Taki of Paramount Stew House, King Street, Abola, Accra, make oath and say as follows. I am the first respondent and monarch of the people, having been lawfully and validly installed as same, following the exact ancient customs of the people of the Greater Accra region of the Republic of Ghana and of Aneho, Togo, and elsewhere. I have been shown a copy of an affidavit in opposition filed in this matter by the Sakuma Wulomo, Numo Ogbame II, and I do associate myself with same. Then Numo Ogbame a file affidavit in opposition with Nokoni Efemake Nii Adama Latse Ifitai. My installment and elevation culminated in the adornment of my wrist with the sacred and ancient affli of the king, denoting an unbroken line of royal succession from the days of King Ayikushi in the 16th century and beyond to the midst of antiquity. I do have the royal blood in my veins, being the great-grandson in an unbroken male line of the brother of the late King Taki Tayua I, King of the Gans. The applicant has no legitimacy whatsoever, as he does not descend in an unbroken male line from any known Gamonarch and has in fact never been installed as Gamanche. Equally, the applicant has no matrilineal right to the Ganstool, as his mother was from Asre and not Abola, from whence all Gan monarchs hail. Notwithstanding, the applicant has mounted an elaborate imposture in which he claims, amongst others, that King Takitaya had no male heirs, and therefore Teiko Tsuru, from where the king hailed, is matrilineal. As the name suggests, that ruling house was not founded by King Takitaya, but by an ancestor of his. The eponymous Nii Teiko Tsuru, and therefore, according to trite rules of succession, if the said Takitaya was not survived by any male heirs, the succession reverts to the children of the said Takitaya's brothers in the direct male line. I've been shown a copy of the process filed by the application, which are founded on an alleged order of interlocutory injunction granted by the Judicial Committee of the Greater Accra Regional House of Chiefs. Suffice to say that I was not party to the case in which the said order was given, and although the cases were consolidated, the consolidation occurred after the motion had been moved. Moreover, prior to my installment, I was for long periods ordinarily resident in the United Kingdom, and had in fact never attended any of the proceedings at Dodowa, let alone known the contents of any particular order which did not concern me and which was not served on me. At the hearing of this application, I will call for strict proof of my attendance at any of the sittings at Dodowa and of the service of the alleged order upon me. Instead, I had long instructed that the case to which I was a party should be discontinued, and I had been advised that same had been done. In fact, no evidence has been let on the case, which was for all purposes abandoned. Again, I am advised by counsel, and verily believe same to be true, that my then counsel, Mr. Ivan Kwanzaa, was not present at the sittings involving the said interlocutory injunction, which I remained unaware of. Further, I was advised that an applicant for an order of interlocutory injunction must satisfy various criteria. A, presence of a legal or equitable right. B, that application is neither frivolous nor vexatious. C, that there is a serious question for trial. D, that any injury to the applicant would not be compensatable in damages, that the balance of convenience favors the applicant, that the matter complained of has not been abated, etc. I am advised by counsel, and verily believe same to be true, that in fact the sole application for interlocutory injunction or any order before the Judicial Committee was that of Nii Yankose, and that applicant had no application of his own before the court to warrant the granting of any order. Once Nii Yankose's application had been refused. In the circumstances, I am advised that, particularly given the applicant's non-chiefly origins, he had no legal equitable right on the basis of which any application of this for an eligible remedy would have succeeded. I pray accordingly. In a sworn in Accra, this 21st day of July 2011. I can struggle can feel because, like I said, font say so kekemi. Okay, me give suit number name AP1282011. Our quack no rule in your yellow. This is a different suit. Okay, so now AMI ruling echo. This is between Nii Adama Latse the second ke Nii Yankose Otogan. Adeti ene where they tell. Okay, And this is the Judicial Committee of the Traditional Council in a 2017 ruling na mekebane. If you want Nii Yaute Otoga ke Nii Tetekwe sanye none. Okay, so here we go. The records of the Judicial Committee shows that on the 2nd September 2016, the plaintiff herein filed this action at the registry of the Judicial Committee against the defendant herein for the following beliefs. Oh, so in a solo no. Okay. A declaration that Dr. Nii Tetekwe is a substantive paramount stool jase since the installation in January 2006 was in accordance with customs and traditions. Okay, so I assume Dr. Nii Tetekwe ye Judicial Committee ye Traditional Council ruling ni amekebane reliefs na mesi ko ne nunka ni first one abwe ake I declare ke Dr. Nii Tetekwe the legitimate paramount stool jase. Now 2, a declaration that the purported nomination, selection, and installation of Nii Yaute Otoga, aka Emmanuel Yate Takiya Boy as paramount stool jase is not in accordance with the customary laws and usage and therefore null and void. Ake Dr. Nii Yaute Otoga to na tole achon kusung be no ojogba ni ake tole no afo etoemi. Number 3. A further declaration that Nii Yaute Otoga, aka Emmanuel Yate Takiya Boy, is not qualified and or eligible to be nominated and selected and installed as Jaseche, hailing from the Nii Amugi royal house and lineage under customary laws and usage. Dr. Nii Yaute Otoga qualify ni efe eligible ake abawole Jaseche ke Nii Amugiwe. An order of perpetual injunction to restrain the defendant either by himself, his agent, servant, previous worksman, or whoever as described from interfering with the functions of the office of the paramount stool jase and from engaging in or performing any role which otherwise is the preserve of the paramount stool jase. Ake da uni awole ake yaka wo noko klani paramount stool jase efio bene namone ni ajimankese ni jenyo le asu Dr. Yaute Otoga ye Judicial Committee ye Traditional Council ne signal relief say. Number 5, an order of perpetual injunction to restrain Nii Yaute Otoga, aka Emmanuel Yate Yaboy, from holding himself out as paramount stool jase and from engaging in any role which otherwise is the preserve of the paramount stool jase. Ake awo Dr. Nii Yaute Otoga shiake eka chu nuchu mokokula ake jase ni eka carry ewu ake jase noko klame. The defendant hearing per his lawyer, Bride Akwete Esquire of Akwete and Associates on the 3rd of October 2017 entered appearance on behalf of the defendant Nii Yaute Otoga, Emmanuel Yate Takiya Boy. Consequently, his lawyer, Bride Akwete, furthermore filed a notice to raise preliminary legal objection under Article 274 of the 1992 Constitution and Section 26 of the Chieftaincy Act 759 of 2008 as to jurisdiction of the Judicial Committee. So ne fe naga chono kwake October 3rd 2017 Nii Yaute Otoga lawyer ni nyeji lawyer Bright Akwete wofen Bright Akwete ni raise objections kume ye Judicial Council. The plaintiff herein filed an affidavit in opposition to the defendant's counsel notice to raise preliminary legal objection concerning jurisdiction of the committee to hear this instant suit. So ni efe na kae ni ajimankasi ni jenyo lenwe lawyers ame file affidavit in opposition to noni wache Bright Akwete fe ake dabi akaboletwe. Now on the 31st January 2018, this Judicial Committee ruled, so ruling about and stated that the Judicial Committee had jurisdiction to this suit and dismissed defendants' respondents' preliminary objection and ordered that the suit takes its normal course with cost of 500 Ghana cedis being awarded against the defendant. So, I'm chono kwake na ka affidavit any lawyer Bright Akwete file ake Judicial Committee any your greater Accra me buy wale na me ba ta nekesani no ame tano ni ame ye against lawyer Bright Akwete ke clan ni di Nii Yaute Otoga ni wa ame te no ni ame tasani no ame fine ame 500 cedis. The present motion application filed on the 17th January 2017 is praying before this committee for an order for judgment in default of defense against defendant Nii Yankose Otogan, aka Emmanuel Yate Takiyaboy. The motion application is supported by an affidavit which spells out the basis of the application with a search report conducted at the registry of this judicial committee on the 19th December 2017, certifying that the defendant was served with the process and other applications initiating this action. It is the presumption that when an appearance has been entered, the proper procedure for an application for judgment in default of defense shall be on notice. Since on the face of the records there is proof of service that on the 31st January 2017, the defendant was served with the motion application. This application filed on the 17th January before the Judicial Committee is hereby granted. Judgment in default of defense as prayed. Right. So, but pretty much any preliminary objection Nii Yankose Otogan ke a lawyer Bright Akwete raise ni amefo awo a charge for Judicial Committee awo a charge for case ne fe na kan ame ya don so a rule boli in default against ame so no juno ni nkane ya bone ekon ya bia amaka ne mabo ni no nkebo benkebo aka ene se ba che so naturally okay ene eke in the Superior Court of Judicature in the High Court of Judicial in Accra, Friday, the 8th day of November 2019, before Leadership Justice Novici. So Obanake eche Justice Novici ruling ne e fawa dienche. So ole animaya the last paragraph ni makani mabu keke ingmoi bona. I think I get this. Okay, so this lawsuit is between the Republic versus Nii Yankose, acting president of the Traditional Council, Bona, correspondent ex parte, Nii Adama Latse fita ene as ex parte. So I think I can. I'm a canon of it. If it is 6 pages long, video ne if one but 2 hours me so nye makane fair mabo. I'm a canon na be mabo ni mangmo. Clearly this petition pending before the Judicial Committee of the Greater Accra Regional House of Chiefs is an admission by applicant that the position of the government is yet to be determined by the Judicial Committee, whereas in the instant case there are disputes as to who is the government. It is my judgment that there are justifiable reasons for respondent not vacating the acting position in view of the pending suits before the Judicial Committee. I uphold the submission of counsel for the interested party that the grant of an order of mandamus would amount to this court determining a matter affecting chieftaincy jurisdiction, which this court lacks. Order 55, Rule 3.1 provides that an application for judicial review shall be made not later than 6 months from the date of the occurrence of the event, giving grounds for making the application. The law also requires that the applicant must have made a demand on the respondent to perform the duty and the respondent must have refused. I have examined the evidence before me and uphold the submission by counsel for respondent that the applicant failed to prove that he made a request on respondent to perform the alleged public duty, which was refused. In Ghana, Justice of the Ghana Royals to Justice, not by applicant hearing, written on to hand over the presidency of the Ghana Traditional Council. For all these, the applicant is refused, no order to cause. So I think this has got to do between Nii Yankose Otogan Nii Yankose Otogan Nii Yankose ke Nii Adama Latse biamini Nii Yankose eke ete seno eba Nii Adama Latse because sanjie pi Judicial Committee so ene ruling any novice ake ene kwemi lele case say come Judicial Committee ne ka decide that particular court na you be na kan jurisdiction ba fe to money decide money poten ni gamanche ni court ne na ye na kan sane be na kan jurisdiction ne ba anye decide na kan sane so if I make a way chair for now letter of acknowledgement ni Dr. Tetekwe the second Gamparmans to Jaseche. So from the chieftaincy ministry ni angma ni Dr. Tetekwe is a substantive Jaseche of the Gamparmans too. He was installed on 23rd January 2006. Ni challenged the capacity of Nii Yankose Otogan II in suit number angma ejeme ni Dr. Tetekwe and 6 others versus Nii Yankose Otogan the second and 8 others, in which judgment was given in his favor on the 9th of August 2010. Subsequently, in suit number JTCJC 2016, Nii Adama Latse versus Nii Yankose Otogan II, Nii Dr. Tetekwe's position as the substantive Jaseche of the Gamparmans too was reaffirmed in a judgment dated 8th February 2018. The council recognized his status and confirms him as de facto Jaseche of the Gamparmans too. Thank you. Nii Dodu Insaki, acting president of the Traditional Council, in my letter 3rd January 2019. Confirming ake lele ya ame records me Dr. Nii Tetekwe G Jaseche. Another one ko ye be feel like ka wanta what can name fellas and what face show the for it. Now, National House of Chiefs ene uno ko uneke ike hami. Ike National House of Chiefs, then I date like April 2021. Ike report under section 62 1 of the Chieftaincy Act 2008 Act 759. Ike I am directed by Ojia Oho Yaujebi II, Sefi Ayuansoyini, and President of the National House of Chiefs, to inform you that at the general meeting of the National House of Chiefs held on Thursday, 1st April 2021, it was agreed that the National House of Chiefs should comply with the ruling of a High Court in Kumasi dated 29th March 2021 to expunge the name of King Nii Adama Latse Gamanche from the National Register of Chiefs, and same has been cancelled. Please find attached the extract of King Nii Adama Latse Gamanche reflecting his current status in the register. So any from the National HFC confirm ni ametekpe ame agree ake boni court efan ake court high court ye Kumasi fan ake aje Nii Adama Latse gbe ye record say mi amete no na ameje. But mind you, after na aje Nii Adama Latse appeal na appeal win appeal ni judge akakeshi akegbe awomi back bona bonichon if yeah, I think I get calling na kan appeal inhabo, right? Yeah, but any letter ni confirm akelele Nii Adama Latse aje egbe ye ti actually National House of Chiefs register me aje ye me before appeal amakane no mabo. Gamparmans to Jase any le one day till the 17th May 2021. Eke application for official search no any ameng markete na search for, okay, let's see what na make search ameng markete the Greater Accra Regional House of Chiefs. Please kindly conduct an official search at the registry of the Greater Accra Regional House of Chiefs Dodowa and finish Nii of the Gamparmans too with the following information: whether King Nii Adama Latse II, aka Jotaki Abia, is a member of the Greater Accra Regional House of Chiefs. Answer na Jemeji, no. If not, when was his name taken out of the membership of the Honorable House? Thursday, 1st April 2021. When was his name expunged from the membership of the Honorable House? Again, please find attached letter from National House of Chiefs. So no juno nin kan yabo ne chon date, okay. Whether King Nii Adama Latse is a member of any committee of the August Regional House? No. So any Gamparmans to Jase amengma for search ni answers ni ake amene. Anyway, at date till the 17th May 2021. Please kindly conduct a search at the registry of the National House of Chiefs Kumasi and furnish Nii. So in the first one was Greater Accra Regional House of Chiefs and the National House of Chiefs, whether or not the name King Nii Nii Adama Latse II, aka Judge Taki Abia, has been expunged from the National Register of Chiefs as Gamanche? The answer is yes. Lele Ajegbeyemi. If yes, when was it expunged? April 1st, 2021. If yes, can Nii Teiko Adama Latse II, aka Judge Taki Abia, perform the functions and duties of Gamanche? He cannot perform statutory functions. See Section 57(5) of the Chieftaincy Act of 2008. If yes, can Nii Adama Latse and his cohorts at any forum claim to be Gamanche? Again, not applicable. So whether Nii Adama Latse ke won't be by any claim ake Gamanche ni ono loe, I may answer yes or no. The answer was not applicable. I don't know what it means. You find it many not applicable in this very context. Mini jinoni insumoni magbla min konkloni jenaka ehabo. But whether come question if yes, can Nii Teiko Adama Latse II and his cohorts at any forum claim to be Gamanche? Is either yes or no. Shall me answer not applicable. If yes, why has the name of Nii Teiko Adama Latse II, Judge Taki Abia, been expunged from the National Register of Chiefs as Gamanche? It was expunged based on the ruling of the High Court in Kumasi on 29th March 2021. Okay. Ene ben nyeliake Nii Adama Latse yasu Nii Yankose ye court ake Nii Yankose ke eje latokpa mi ni ayomanche shi yasu le. Now Nii Yankose mi ka no friend on trouble. Kodona. Nii Yankose ya face search a lawyer say ni wona men challenge Nii Adama Latse capacity request for information a lawyer angma e get come on. Amekete Traditional Council North Kanesha Accra. We have recently been instructed to conduct a case at the High Court Accra and shall be grateful if you kindly furnish us with the following information. Whether or not there is a registered Gamanche at the National House of Chiefs. The answer is yes. If yes, what is the name of the registered Gamanche? The answer is Nii Teiko Tsuru II. When was he registered? Answer 20th October 2017. Further, may you kindly furnish us with a certificate with a certified true copy of an extract of any available documents regarding the above inquiries, counting on your full safe cooperation. Thank you. Samuel Aye Esquire, Ubanaka signature ideme. Ni amengma yejeme. So let's see. I think no extra tell I think I get extra name in catch right. So there you have it. Mini okay, let's see if I think there is another one. Okay. Now affiliate sani enwe biamini ni amugigbo from aga numo sakumo ngawolo akeba hale none sakumo wulomo chief priest of the traditional area 24th January 2007 ni egmaneke wolo name Sakumo Wolo Eneke Igmax Squadron Leader George Tego Nii Adote Obuo Acting President of the Traditional Council Nii Yalai Yate Head of Yate Gate Adasewe of Amugi We Abula Accra Egede Nii/Nime Recovery of Sakumo Choshishi Shrine Property Affili before the burial of Nii Amugi on the 27th January 2007. So be Agmaleta 3 days before Afuyamugi, as the accredited high priest of Sakumowi, vested with sole prerogative by custom, tradition, and usage to observe, perform, protect, and enforce the various customary rituals, rites, usages, and observations as far back as 500 years, wish to demand from you 1. The Royal Paramount Stujase. 2. The Traditional Council. The Yate Gate Adasawi of Amugiwe respectively the bona fide customary property of my traditional shrine house, Sakumochoshishi, which was on the arm of the late Gamanche Boni Nii Amogi II when he died in December 2004. Consequently, on the demise of the late Boni Nii Amogi II, I demanded, as custom demands, the said affili from Nii Tete Ashon and Mr. Roberto Kokwansa, who conveyed the body to the mortuary without any positive response up to date. So numo sakumochono wake bi amini eni amugigbo bi ni ake affiliate na efie ebahale because egeya kusumi na legimony esani enye. The above mentioned affili, which I'm presently demanding, is a symbolic, significant, and unique property of Sakumocho Shishi, which spiritual once again, which spiritually cannot be lost or stolen from the sacred shrine house. I demand from you, Gan Royal Paramount Council, Gan Traditional Council, Yate Gate, as the organizers of the burial and funeral of the Gamanche Bonini, the said affili, please hand over same to my office and authority before I am forced to invoke the powers of my shrine house to recover same from whatever the affili has disappeared to. I hope my humble request is respected and the due cooperation accorded me in this urgent matter. So woloni numo sakumongma ni ake affiliate ehalene. Well, there you have it. Another case from Nii Teiko Tsuru camp, as presented by Nii Yankose, Nii Jedwe. The document say, the picture say, fair in trouble. Oh, you will adon. What? But what part 4 na? Hello, part 5. Whatever part it is, say, what we are on the same thing. What about you are no quality? Oh, you will adon. Bye bye.
Yeah, baba. Yeah, baba. It's Nii. Them say you want to chop my